there's a lot for us to talk about today. There is a lot for us to talk about regarding the Houston Texans. Today we fall to 0-3 with a devastating loss, another devastating loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. How long is this gonna keep up? Are we even gonna win a game in the foreseeable future? What are the issues with this team? There are so many questions that we need answers to. Hopefully I can get them for you today. This is your boy PETRYPERFECT, and I am one half of the Don't Cancel Me channel. And welcome to this video, which I'm going to call the State of the Texans. You know how the president does a State of the Union. We're going to do the State of the Texans, as we're going to discuss the Texans season so far. This is a video I wanted to do on a weekly basis, but at this point, I just said let's just wrap it up and let's just talk about it in a 3-4 game grouping, and then we'll probably do another part later on in the year, and as we can see how we've improved from this video. But there's so much that's going wrong with this team. As I stated in the beginning, we are now 0-3, losing another heartbreaker to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This team was projected to be an amazing team, make it to the AFC Championship game. For some people, at least at the minimum, most of us had this team making the NFL playoffs, as we have for the last 2 seasons by winning the AFC South. As of this video being recorded, it does look like we are in maybe last place, or I'm gonna just say it for the sake of this video, we are in last place, tied with the Tennessee Titans, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are ahead of us, and the Colts, who have not even punted through 3 games of the season, are leading the division at the top. There's so much to unpack there, as I basically predicted this. My prediction has been flipped completely upside down, because I had the Colts coming in last, and now the Colts are in first place. So, and this is just a lot. This is a lot. I'm gonna try to get through this video without getting angry, but taking it back to the beginning of this year, when we opened up in Los Angeles against the Rams, offense has not been able to do anything. Our offense has been stale. Our offense kind of picked up where it left off last year, and not being productive and efficient as they could be. It was brutal in that game, but through all that, we still had an opportunity to win that ball game. And Dare Ogunbowale got the ball punched out by Landman, and that is what got us the loss in that game. Now, moving on to week 2, Monday Night Football. I was in attendance at NRG Stadium. The Buccaneers coming to town. The last time Tampa Bay was here 2 years ago, it came down to a last-second touchdown pass from CJ Stroud to defeat them. Well, this year, Baker Mayfield got the best of us. Offense, once again, was struggling, but at the end of the day, the defense is on the field with an opportunity to win. On 4th and 10, Henry To'oTo'o goes in to makes the sack, misses Baker Mayfield. He converts that first down and goes on to win that ball game. So it was a classic, but we were on the wrong end of history. And then, of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars offense the football guys gave our offense plenty of opportunities to go out here and win this ball game, but once again, just like in week 1, we're putting a drive together. We hitting Nico Collins with good field position. We're hitting Nico Collins, our star player, to go down and make a play. He catches the football, but also gets the football punched out. Now, we did get the ball back with an opportunity to win the game, and then CJ Stroud got the pass tipped by Josh Hines-Allen, which resulted in an interception. So that's 2 interceptions by CJ Stroud on today against the Jaguars, and the fumble by Nico. So that's 3 turnovers, which I believe all happened in the 4th quarter, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a lot of things that's going wrong. Well, of course, when you're playing games this close, each little plays can impact the entire game. And so just take this how we're 0-3. If a few plays go our right, we're 3-0. We're 3-0, and we're celebrating, and we feel a little bit more relieved on this day. But that's not the case. We're on the other side of the close game. So that's the problem that we're having right now. And so a lot of people ask, like, what is going on with this Houston Texans team? Why is this Texans team not looking as good as it did CJ Stroud's rookie year, and even last year for some people? But me, I'm different. I noticed the problems last year, and everything that I have written down right now to go over in this video is the same issues that we've had last year, that they're just being, they really just kind of just transitioned into this year. And it makes you have to look at the coaching staff a little differently. But first thing first is the penalties. Guys, the Texans are the penalties are killing us. The moment we get something going, the moment we get a drive, trying to sustain a drive, there's a face mask, there's a false start, there's a holding, there's a defensive pass interference, there's a leverage, there's some kind of call that always blocks our momentum. We have to stop getting these penalties. That's the first thing. And this is something that should be easy to clean up. DeMeco Ryans said it in the press conference today. He said it that penalties come from poor technique. Well, coach, we need to tighten up our techniques then, because we're getting, these penalties are putting us in unimaginable situations. Now, ideally, you want to get positive yards. Your 1st and 10 should be 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. It should be 3rd and 3. You know, we should be able to move like that. But for us, it's 1st and 10. Penalty. Now it's 1st and 15. All right, we get a pass play. Now it's 2nd and 11. All right, CJ Stroud gets sacked. Now it's 3rd and 18. And now we just hand off the ball and it's a draw. That's the problem that we're facing with off the rip, is the penalties. I think that is one of the biggest issues, because that's something we can control. That is something that we can control. Our personnel and all that, we're going to get to a little later, but we can control the penalties. We have to tighten up the penalties so that way our offense can at least be helped in that aspect. The second thing I see as an issue is the offensive line. Now, granted, I don't believe the offensive line is as bad as other people say. Yes, they break down at times. Yes, they have a hard time picking up the blitzes. Yes, I'm not saying that they're great at all. That's not by means what I'm saying. But our offensive line, to me, is not horrendous. I'm going to mix in the two issues, the offensive line and CJ Stroud. I do think they go hand in hand, because the offensive line, to me, when they hold up a lot, CJ Stroud has time to deliver the ball. And I believe that he is missing a lot of throws that he used to make. And I go back to this Jaguars game, for example, right before the Nico Collins fumble, I believe it was. No, right before the interception at the end of the game. He had Christian Kirk wide open on the sideline. You got to put that ball on him. You got to put that ball on him, and he has to go score that. In the very beginning of the game, Nico Collins runs a deep crosser, and he misses Nico Collins. We're not seeing, if nobody's running a curl route, if they're not running a curl route at the sticks or running stick concepts, he's not hitting them, and that's the problem that we're having with CJ. He has lost all confidence. He has not been the same. He wasn't. This is going back to last year, people. This is not really just this year about me. I think about the Detroit Lions game when our defense was able to get 5 interceptions and we lost. I think about the Tennessee Titans game last year where we were upset when we should have won the game. That's 2 wins right there that would have put us at 12 wins, which would have possibly given us a higher seed than the 4th seed. What other game last year did CJ a lot of those games down the stretch? Of course, the Chiefs, you know, who can forget Baltimore on Christmas Day in front of Jesus and Beyonce, where our offense only put together, our offense did nothing because the defense got those 2 points that we had. So I don't know what is going on with CJ, but I'm sorry, you cannot convince me that all of this is offensive linemen. CJ Stroud has to make the throws when they're there. Okay, you have to make it easy on yourself. When you're calling hut and when you're stepping back to throw, and I see CJ loving to drop back. CJ loves to drop back. I don't really ever see CJ step up in the pocket. Now you can say that's offensive line issues. I will want to see the game film a little bit more to kind of make that assumption, to make that fact. But CJ has to be able to figure out, if it's not there, throw the ball away. And something that irritated me when I was watching him today is that when he runs, when he wants to take off running, it's like he's jogging. Dude, if you're going to run, you need to go. These guys are coming at you full speed. Please just take off and get to to where you got to go. Use your legs, man. You are a black quarterback. You got to use your legs. He ain't the fastest guy. He's not Lamar Jackson. But Patrick Mahomes ain't Lamar Jackson either. But Patrick Mahomes know when to use his legs. So I just wish CJ started doing that more, because he started to at the end of last season, and he even did a little bit in week 1. But I think he needs to get back to using his legs to keep the chains moving and to keep positive yards. But another issue that I see with the Texans is the play calling. Nick Caley comes over from the Los Angeles Rams as the tight end coach, now offensive coordinator. His play calling, he is a first-year play calling, but it does look stale, guys. It looks like the situations in which we do things don't match, because it's like, why are we running screens so many times on 3rd and long? His play calling is really not helping CJ out either. But then again, the penalties, the offensive line, and the CJ Stroud could, and how CJ Stroud is playing, could all affect the play calling as well. Because if we were in better situations that we're not putting ourselves in with the penalties, then maybe Nick Caley can call better plays, because no one in this league has plays that's designed for 3rd and 18, or many plays, shall I say, designed for 3rd and 18, 2nd and 20. Nobody has plays like that. So the fact that Nick Caley is being put in this situation because of the mishaps of the offensive line and CJ Stroud, or whatever the case can be, I think that's making his job a little bit more difficult. But nonetheless, I'm giving him, out of anybody on this team, I give him a little grace, because this is his first year calling plays, and that can be very challenging. And then the defense. I want to talk about the defense, because I know for some people, a lot of people feel like our defense is the highlight of our team, which they are. They held the Rams to 14, held Baker to 19, and held Jacksonville to 17 as well today. You should win most. That means if we scored 21 points in each of these games, we win. We're 3-0. Our defense has to be able to stop people in bigger moments. They do it, and I know that's asking a lot of them. I know it. And I use Tampa Bay for example. We finally got something going. We was able to score, and then on 4th and 10, Henry, Toa, you missed that. We cannot give that up. Even against the Rams, I know we held the Rams to 14, but Matthew Stafford was very efficient in that game, and Puka Nacua went off. So, I guess we was kind of just getting lucky on some plays, and maybe we'll play calling on their end, but we have to be better defensively from the get-go. Our pass rush is amazing. Our secondary, it's been giving up so many costly penalties. And I don't know, man. It's just something about C.J. Gardner-Johnson that I just don't know about just yet. I have not seen the impact from him like I have with Jimmy Ward. And that's all I'm going to say. I know he was this big deal. They came over from the Super Bowl winning champions. But C.J. Gardner-Johnson has not shown me that he is a Pro Bowl caliber player. So defense, we have to step it up in bigger moments. Y'all play well. Defense, that's why I got y'all at the bottom of all this, because I just wanted to call it out, because there are times where you all are playing more of a bend but don't break style of defense. So now, do we play hard? Yes. Are we physical? Yes. But I think it's the simple things, the zone coverages, the simple tackling we have to get better with as a defense. So those are all the issues that I'm seeing going with the Texans. I don't know how you can solve this stuff. To me, it's all about coaching. Shannon Sharp says it best all the time. You either coach it or you condone it. The penalties, to me, is a reflection of the coaching. Now, yes, there are just some guys who just got to just do weird stuff, but penalties are reflective of coaching. The play calling, coaching. CJ Stroud and the stunt in his development, coaching. It comes down to DeMeco Ryans getting this team ready to play. I believe we accepted too many things in a win that we wouldn't accept in a loss. These are the same problems that we had last year, but we were winning, so it was never being talked about, because we're winning ball games, we're winning. You just got to get wins in this league. It doesn't matter how you win, you got to get wins, because wins are so hard to come by in this league. That's all we heard. And now those same problems are still here, but now we're losing. And now it's becoming a big deal. And if they continue to go on this path, somebody is going to end up getting fired. Just look at our upcoming schedule. Next week, we're back at NRG against the Tennessee Titans. Then we're on the Baltimore. And then we have a bye week, and then we play Seattle and then San Francisco. Guys, if we can beat Tennessee, we should be able to beat Tennessee coming into town, but we always have a hard time against them. But Tennessee coming into town as a rookie with a rookie quarterback, and they're winless as well. So this game, the loser is going to be last in the division. Then we go to Baltimore. We just going to get destroyed by Baltimore. At this point, I'm already convinced Baltimore is going to annihilate us because we're just in no way, shape, or form ready to play that game. The Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football, I believe they're going to manhandle us as well, because I don't just some about big primetime games that we are not ready for. Unless it's a Saturday at 4 o'clock at NRG Stadium, that's seen when we play our best football in the playoffs on Saturdays at 4 o'clock. Unless it's that time slot, we're not going to win these big games on primetime football. So I do have the Seattle Seahawks as of right now defeating us, and then the 49ers, who are undefeated at this time. Brock Purdy will be back. They'll have some of them guys, their key guys, back, and that's going to be a tough game here at home. So guys, we could really be. We're 0-3 right now, so we beat let's just say, I'm gonna just say we beat the Titans. That's 1-3. Baltimore is 4, Seattle 5. So we can be 1-6 through 7 weeks of this season. At the end of October, we could be 1-7. 1-6, and that is brutal. Someone has to lose their job. This is unacceptable. As a Texans fan, someone who puts money into the team, who loves to support their team, who will always support their team, but just we want to see excellence. CJ Stroud and the Texans have spoiled us from the beginning by giving us what they gave us the last 2 years. This is y'all fault. Y'all set the standard. And now y'all are playing below standard, and we need to get back to doing things the Texans way. Can we turn the season around? Yes, we are one of the few teams this century, or I think the only team this century to start a season 0-3 and then still make the playoffs. Back in 2018 with Deshaun Watson, we were able to win 9 in a row that put us in position in the playoffs. So maybe things can turn around. We'll see. Hopefully the next State of the Texans video that y'all come see me, we're 3-3. We're 4-3. Hopefully. I haven't completely given up hope yet, but something needs to change. But you tell me, what do you think about the Houston Texans season so far? Are you satisfied? I know you're not. So what issue stands out the most to you? What is something that you feel like the Texans need to improve on, tomorrow? So let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the Don't Cancel Me channel. We go live every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. talk about all the big stories in pop culture and entertainment. So I hope to see y'all there. This is your boy Peachy Perfect, and I'll see y'all next one. Peace.